the cloud. Oh, yeah, I can't record. I gotta delete a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay, so stop recording.
Is recording? It says it's recording.
You said you can't record.
It says here it's recording. So maybe it's recording on your end? Oh. I don't know. It looks like it's recording, so.
Okay.
All right. Okay, then let's go live on Facebook. Oh, you know what? I'll have to share it to my page and then from my page share it to the dragon group. There's no way around it. I don't know how else to do it. Share, oh wait, share to your group. Hold on. Guys, thank you for, this is new. What's the name of the group? Bring the dragons home. I know, like, what's the name of the group? I can't find it. Isn't that funny?
Bringing the dragons home.
I know, it's not showing up as an option. If I do it,
Just do it to your page, then and we'll share it later to the group, or I could share it to you from your page.
okay. Yeah, it won't let me do it that way. Great. So I'm gonna have to do it. Share to your page. Okay.
This is light language Dina or Dina Fortune?
Dina's a skin fortune.
Okay, go ahead. I'll share it to the group once I see it.
Okay. Oops.
Sorry for the delay, guys. Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Still getting used to the whole streaming Zoom thing. Okay, got it.
Hi, I think we're live.
I think we are live. Whew. Yeah, there we go. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, it's just kind of funny to see myself on a little bit of a delay, but that's okay. So can you see that we're live? And
Okay, well, let's just begin.
okay, great. Well, hello everyone. We are here with this. We're streaming this mainly for the Bringing the Dragons homepage, where we have our newly initiated dragon interview series. And right now we're focusing on the facilitators, and that is Enid, Rosa, and we just did Sarah last month. So today we're having Enid Rosa to share about her and her journey with the dragons, and so that you guys can learn and hear another perspective, hear another story that might resonate and give you inspiration and feelings of you're home, you're in the right place. And then after we do some interviewing time, we are going to, Enid's going to share about some things that she would like to share, and then we're gonna do a little activation calling in the dragons. We're gonna bring the dragons in for a quick activation and clearing, and then we'll wrap it up. So thank you so much for joining, and I realize I'm a very hands talking kind of girl. So hi, Enid. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for suggesting that we do this interview series, because I think it's important for people to see different perspectives on how we connect with our dragons.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just a little backstory. I met Enid back about a year ago when I was actually going to the group that Brandy started, which was the High Council, the Dragon High Council group, and we met in there. And then we started this group. And so I would like to hear from you. Please share with everyone about how you first started connecting with dragons.
Okay.
How did you meet your first dragon is the first question.
Okay. Well, I connected with my dragons a long time ago, during 15-month initiatory Venus journey that I was doing. And the journey was, one part of the journey is where you go into the underworld and you die to who you are, to be reborn to who you're meant to be. And when you come up from the underworld, you bring up your shadow aspects, you bring up your daemons and stuff like that, um, and then they become your gifts. So this was the second time I was doing it, and the second time I went in, the dragons came up, and I didn't know exactly why or anything like that, because I didn't really know about dragons and anything. But I was like, okay, fine. So for many years, I was working with the dragons, but I didn't know exactly who my dragons were. I just knew that they were there. I would channel their energy. I'm a priestess, so I would just open up and just channel the energy to the earth. So I assumed that I was just a grid worker, and I was channeling the dragon energy to transmute what was happening in society, in mass consciousness. And I just allowed, but I never really knew exactly what I was doing. I just knew that I was doing grid work. Then I got attuned by Brandy and her dragon empowerment when I was doing my Reiki training, and I met Dina. And during our talks and during our chats, I explained to them how I was working with the dragons, and someone suggested, well, why don't you just ask who it is, who's the dragon? And so I started meditating on that, and then I realized that my guardian dragon was Tiamat. And the reason why I thought it was multiple dragons is because Tiamat has multiple heads. So it's not just one dragon, it's one dragon, but with many heads. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. That's why I felt it was multiple dragons that came up with me.
I
So that
love
was
that.
my first experience. Yeah.
It's a lot to take in. That's like, and Tiamat is really, really super powerful. Like,
Yeah. Well, I did some research, and, she's known for creating the universe, so that's probably why, I'm really into the elements. I, could channel this type of element or this type of element when I'm working with the dragons. And I also bring that into our monthly group so that
right,
we can have the directions and the elements into our space.
right. And that's, you came in after Sarah and I had our first one together publicly.
Yes.
And and you're like, yeah, can I help you ladies? Because Sarah and I we're so new to doing this, together. And you're bringing what you do into the ceremony is really helps support so much, like, holding the space and also assisting with a lot of the technology aspect.
Yeah.
And um it's been really great. And so now, like, we're starting to get to know everyone in the group, and I think it's important for everyone to understand, like, we're all connected, and we're all coming to this dragon journey together at different times.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, let me go back to my questions. Excuse me. I'm still getting practice doing these interview, guys. This is partially me me wanting to do these interviews was something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I might be doing it messy, but we're doing it. Sometimes it's better to start messy than not at all, right? Okay, so I was gonna say, tell me about your personal dragons, but you were starting to talk about that.
Mhm.
But I feel like there's more. I feel like there's a little bit more in there. A little bit.
Yeah, well, when I got the attunement from Brandy, I was able to incorporate more dragons, and then I just started doing a lot of research, and I realized that dragons, a lot of people have different perceptions of dragons, and that they are higher dimensional beings,
Right.
and that they need to be revered and thanked and acknowledged because they've got a bad rap. Revered and thanked and acknowledged because they've got a bad rap. Revered and thanked and acknowledged. I got a feedback.
Yeah.
So, um, and just like with any type of frequency, there's high frequency and low frequency. So there are low frequency dragons. And so when you connect with your dragons personally, you always want to ask for a higher frequency dragon and also connect with your higher self first so that the higher self can bring the energy to you, for you, through you, instead of just trying to tap in somewhere else, because your higher self is sort of like the gatekeeper of your energy fields. And that way you can make sure that you are bringing a dragon that's going to be in your highest good and not something else. Because when you tap into energy that is not, that is a low frequency, it can be, bad for you.
Right, right. Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't know that. I typically feel like sometimes people go right into dragon, and I think that might be if maybe they're already knowing that their dragon is the highest frequency and, connected. But I think for some people that are new, um, I think it's good for them to know, like, to be able to feel the difference and be able to know that they're bringing in the highest frequency dragon energy possible.
Yeah, and that goes with any kind of frequency. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people are channeling now and stuff like that. And sometimes you have to be careful with what you watch on YouTube or Facebook or something like that, because you don't really know, especially if they don't say it, what their intention is and what they are calling in. You really don't know what the frequency is. So you should always protect your energy. And if you're watching something and they don't call it in, you call it in. So that way you have you're bringing in the frequency that is appropriate for you and that is of the highest frequency for you.
I love that. Yeah. I think it's always good to keep up with that spiritual what is it called?
Your
High
spiritual protection.
spiritual protection, spiritual energy, and then and a lot of people don't know, what do you like, can you tell the difference between the dragon energy and like something else? Like, do you feel the difference between the dragon energy and say like angelic energy? Because I feel like you work with
Absolutely.
energy as
I
well.
can tell because I've been doing it for a while. Um, and so since I've been working with this energy for, I could see it also in my mind's eye. So I can tell, especially now since I've been working with different types of dragons, so I can tell what kind of energy is coming forth. But if someone is new, you can tell if you feel frightened, it's a
Mm,
low energy. If
right.
you feel love, if you feel light, if you feel good, then it's a high frequency. That's how you can tell if the energy is a low vibration or a high vibration, especially if you're new.
I wanted to just check in to see if we have any questions from the group. Can you, because
You can
sometimes,
type in the question if you have a question for me.
That was what I was looking for. Is this live? I don't think this is live in the group.
No, it's not live in the group. It's live on your page.
Oh, well.
Post it later in the group.
Most of later in the group. Hi everyone. Let's see. I know I'm getting used to this whole technology thing. Let me see if I can just share it really quickly. I can't right now, but if anyone has any questions, you can type them into the question area. I appreciate you being here live with us. What was the next question I have for you? I know I had another question. Oh, hi everyone. That's okay. That's okay. We're happy to have you here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, another question for everyone here. Okay, for those of you that are watching and don't already know this, because this is being streamed on my regular page versus the dragon page, which is the name of the dragon group that we have is called Bringing the Dragons Home. And it is a public group. And it's a place where we bring people that connect with dragons together, and we hold a monthly ceremony at the end of the month. And Enid and Sarah and I co-facilitate the ceremony together. And so in pertaining to that, I want to ask you to explain what it is that you do during our ceremonies.
Okay. So I hold the space for the ceremony because Dina and Sarah channel a lot. So I asked them if I can help them hold the space. With my priestess training, I kind of hold the space, hold the grid, call in the highest frequency so that we can channel what is appropriate for each person in the group. Because we get a lot of people in the group and we have different channelers there. So I kind of just create the container and also help people ground it so that they're not staying up too much in the astral realm, and they're able to ground their guides if they connect with the guides and stuff like that. So I kind of I do the grid work for the group.
I love that. And also she also keeps me in check and reminds me when I like start to forget, what are we doing again? But we've gotten it like really like ironed down now.
Well, that's expected. I mean, if you start channeling, you're going to not be fully present to do things like technology or to facilitate a group. So that's why I wanted to step up and help you guys and, work on my channeling abilities too, which we're going to do some today.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, sometimes it's been an evolving ceremony, and it's also been a place where people have come and they have connected with their dragon for the first time in our ceremony. And it's been like a really beautiful process, and people connecting and getting to hear what we're doing, and the ceremony is part light language and part English. So when
And art and movement
art and
and
embodiment,
embodiment.
movement, yeah. So it's more of a creative, very creative ceremony. And where it's really been beautiful. Like you particularly in the beginning, you were pulling cards, right? You were reading cards. That was how you wanted to express your creativity, and we left it pretty open. And I noticed over time you have actually went from pulling cards to actually drawing codes.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say anything about that?
Yeah, well,
We
we do have an art space, the art section. So I said, okay, well, let me play with it and just see what comes through. So I do pull cards too, but I just play and allow whatever I'm feeling called to draw, and just allow the little girl in me to come and play with you guys and draw a little bit and do some art.
I love it. And you've been starting to speak more dragon light language as well, right?
Yeah, I do speak light language, dragon light language for myself. I did it a couple of times for other people, but nothing like I haven't done it in the group because our group is really big. So I'm trying to become a little bit more visible and share my work and share my gifts and my medicine with the community.
Do you find that the ceremony has helped you feel more comfortable, and more like courageous in sharing your dragon light language? Do you feel like,
Well, it did open up my creativity because I am drawing more and doing art. I haven't channeled in that group yet. We have some really strong, powerful channelers there. I channeled in another group and I channeled for myself. I feel it comes out very strong. So that's just my perception of it. And we shall see.
right? I'm excited. It's been a beautiful thing to witness. Now I have a question, and because a lot of these questions are just coming up like
That's fine.
at the moment. And feel free, guys, if you have any questions. I'm not looking at the Facebook. Can you see on Facebook?
I can see the questions.
Are there any questions that I'm
Mhm.
missing? Okay. Um,
No, there's no, I don't know if there's questions on the Facebook. I'm on the Zoom. Oh, here
okay.
we are. Oh no, I don't.
How come I can't see it? This is funny, guys. Please excuse my not so professionalism. Where is it? I have so many Facebook pages. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fine. We'll just keep on and then we'll just post it in the
keep
group later.
on, we'll keep on keeping on.
So we're gonna do, first of all, I have a dragon coloring book. So if anybody's
Really?
interested in the coloring book and you're watching this live or you're in the Zoom, go ahead and type in dragon in the chat and I'll go ahead and send you this dragon coloring book that I have.
Did you make
Also,
it?
no, I didn't make it, but I have. It's a few pages of this dragon coloring book, so it's really cool. Um, yeah, so I'll go ahead. Anybody that wants that, just type in the chat dragon, and I'll send that over to you.
Okay,
Um,
I'm interested
yeah,
because
and
hmm,
let's see, Mary wants one. So we are gonna do an activation. And Dina was suggesting that the intention for the activation be like a clearing with the dragons of anything that we wanted to let go of, right, from last year.
yep. And then an activation for speaking your truth.
Hmm.
Uh, for those that need, like, I feel like there's a lot of hesitancy for people, especially in the dragon community, that are new to the dragons and new to expressing with the dragons, that this activation is meant to bring more ease and grace and clearing resistance to that.
So
So
that's gonna be good. So I'm gonna, if you guys want to just center yourself, and I'm gonna light the candle,
yes.
and let's go ahead and begin this activation.
Yummy.
So everybody just center yourself, close your eyes, come into this space right here, right now. Take a deep breath in. So, dear source, dear higher self, dear guardian angels, and the higher selves of everyone listening to this. Please protect our soul, heart, mind, body, and living space during this transmission of light. We ask that the dragons of transmutation to come forth so that we can clear any obstacles or blocks or old beliefs that need to be transmuted at this time, that we are able to work with this energy that is appropriate for us.
Okay.
Dina, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, it's just for you to know that you're sitting in a bubble of your own energy, protected by your personal dragon. And so that you will receive everything that you're going to receive will be filtered through your higher self, and will trickle in as for your highest good.
And I'll be doing some Reiki also while we're channeling. So if you want to receive that, just say you accept the transmission of light and the Reiki that's going to be facilitated today.
Sanu ke la kosiano isha husiana kota ela koto unyalo kota shina wota kate chiki shiano kosi inya wota koti ela koto ya sakate yala kota yana kate ela koto ya shano kurisha. Yana Karishina
So the dragons are coming down, they're coming through. They're sweeping through your energy fields, transmuting.
Yana kota te kishia no koto te sekora yana kate ilo koto tore si yana kore na kata te sekora. Yana kare te la koto te skita. You're bringing in expansive energies. I feel the heart opening. And now the activation is starting to come through. You might feel it most in your throat.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can do it at the same time.
Okay. Akatagana watana hina hayawai katakana waika kaskuni kinikotkana wajitikana ekitika ulakaskana katkuningena wadikatkuna katukutkana kutkana waya yautukana katkini kitingana katkuninga kutkikwa kutkana waya chotuna wai.
Ya la kato ya se kuria kati na kota kari ya na kare kauti sikini ya kota ela kota ishi na kota kaya ya na kati na wo xiao wo sa xiao wo sa ku ji niao wo sa ku diao sikin yo wo sa ka ti ki yo wo ta ku tu dia lo ai ya ai ya ku xia lo ku xiao.
Clean out your throat so you can speak your truth.
So it is. So it is.
Okay.
Woof.
This is just a mini transmission. Both Dina and I are activators, and we do attunements. So if you are interested in a personal session, just reach out to us in a DM and we can move forward with that.
Yes. Yes. So, yeah, you were saying that you offer dragon attunements.
Yes,
You both
let's
do.
just close the space. We want to thank our higher selves. Thanks
Ooh,
to its energy. Thank you, dragons. We love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Thank you for assisting us in this transmission of light today. And
thank
so
you.
it is.
Thank you. Wow.
Would anybody like to share?
Ooh,
You can, let me
unmute
unmute.
yourself.
Let's see.
I was feeling that right here. I saw a water dragon fill the water at your throat. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was sensing a water dragon too. I actually pulled in, I just had a new water dragon show up today. And thank you for that feedback. What's really interesting, Angie sent me an article. No, it wasn't Angie. It was someone else. I sent it to Angie. Somebody else wrote an article about the affiliation of the 144 and the dragons, and about now it being important for the dragon humans to really speak their truth. And that like we are the ones that are dragons, are the ones to lead the way with speaking the truth and communicating the truth. And on Wednesday night we were reading the sixth sacred seal, which was about truth and compassion, and really tuning into your truth, speaking your truth, and being able to decipher your truth versus, the overall truth. And
Mhm.
so I feel like, and like truth being like water, and how our truth changes, like water changes. And so it's just like this very flowy,
Mhm.
today, your truth may say,
Change.
yeah. And in a couple of days, you could be like, yeah, I am a dragon channeler and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You know,
I last night pulled a card and it was Earth and Water Dragon. So definitely I've been working with that energy today. So thank you, Mary, for confirming that. Very intuitive.
yeah. And well, we look forward to having you guys all in our next ceremony. Does anyone have
Yeah.
what?
The next ceremony is on the 27th, I believe, Friday at 7 p.m.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any other comments or questions for Enid? Um, while we're still here. How do we connect with you both for sessions? Okay, great idea. Well, um, I'm you can message us. You can message, I know you can speak for myself. You can message me via Facebook Messenger.
Yes.
And then I can send you, hi Anna. I can send you my Calendly link. And do you have I think you have a link to Anid?
Yeah, she can message me on Messenger and I'll go ahead and I'll send that link over.
Yes.
So I do a different types of attunements, not just dragons.
Right. Right. And I've been to if you can get on Anid's email list, then you can get her. I don't have an email thing going out yet, so working on that. But if you get on Anid's email list, you can get notifications of her upcoming events, which
Yeah.
I find really, really great. So
Yeah, I have a free event coming up on Friday, connecting with the new moon and Aquarius.
yeah, highly recommend. I love going to Enid's ceremonies. They're really powerful. And Like get like really good. Please send me a friend request. Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
hi Hannah. Did you get to hear the rest of the interview? Did you have any comments?
I think Hannah came in after. I think it may have been a little confusing with maybe next time we just go straight to Facebook to stream and not set up the Zoom link
Yeah.
because it's just a little bit confusing for everyone.
That's all right. Live and learn, right? Hi, Cecilia. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Thank you everyone for joining.
Hi, Hannah. We were just actually just kind of wrapping it up.
We're gonna post it, we're gonna share it to the group. So thank you everybody for attending. And next month we'll be interviewing someone else. I think Dina, right? Dina's the next one that
Yeah.
we'll be interviewing. So
Yeah. Yes. I think Sarah's gonna interview me. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm so glad. And we're gonna keep this going. So, either once a month or twice a month, we'll be interviewing. So if you want to be on the list to be interviewed, so that you can share about your dragon story and what your offerings are that are dragon related, anything you'd like to share about your dragon journey. I would love to speak to you about interviewing you and having you on in this dragon interviewing series. So, okay, you'll watch the replay. Okay, great, Hannah. And you can follow my personal page as well. I have my business page as Light Language Dina, and that's going to be changing, but pretty much everything that I do, I also post on my personal page. So you're so funny. And I do actually have an event coming up this week with Hannah on the 22nd. So for those of you that don't know. So
awesome.
yeah, that's posted in both Hannah and I think we posted in the Bring Your Dragons homepage as well. So, but we'll be posting this in there. And thank you all for watching and being with us today.
Yeah. Bye.
Anything else? Okay. Anything else you want to say, Enid? No?
No.
No? Okay, cool.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.